Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to Connect In. Connect In is a weekly broadcast about why it's so essential to connect into your body, your mind, and your heart. Because when our mind is running the show, we're in trouble. When our body and heart are guiding us, we get clear, truthful, soul inspired information for ourselves. In short, we're connecting to our inner guidance. I'm Damini Celebrate, and it is my mission to help you connect into your inner guidance so you can live your life as your brightest, best self. And that doesn't mean all wonderful. That means being, feeling, living authentically, wherever you are in this moment. There's a lot of social pressure to be a particular way, whether that's in your home, in your life, with your partner, at work. But what if, really, what if you can live your life as the person you are when you are by yourself, while you're just hanging out in your house by yourself, while you are in your own space? What if you can voice what you feel? Talk about your dreams, all of that. What if you could just do that without any big ta-da? Like living your life the way you want it. My passions are a combination of energy healing and shamanism and the intuitive creative healing. Because all of those things not only are the essential parts of a healing journey, but they also get under the radar of our story, of our mind, and help guide us via our truth. So, welcome. Today, we're talking about how your mess is your message. And honestly, I stole that title because I just thought it was so fabulous. And it was from Kate Hanley. And Kate's podcast, if you haven't checked it out, you should absolutely check it out. She gives you daily insights about how to live your life as your best self. We're all doing the same thing. So thanks, Kate. So for me, I think let's talk about why I thought that was such an exciting title. Because, normally our mess we hide. you know, we don't let anybody come in. Most of us don't let anybody come into our house when it's dirty or if it's kind of disorganized. And if somebody does come into our house, we're like, oh, sorry, my house is a mess, right? But, that's a little bit of permission we give ourselves. But I don't know about you, but do you walk around to your friends and they're like, how are you? And they're like, I'm a mess. Maybe you can say that to your nearest and dearests. And maybe you can say that for, once or twice. But, mess is a relative conversation that shows up differently for each and every one of us. So I was talking about the mess of our house, the clutter of the house, the stuff that we allow to be in public or not. That's all the same as what we do with our own internal processes as well. Sorry, suddenly it got very dark. There we go. So just take a moment and, just look around your house, look around your desk, your office. Like, is it like perfect? Is it a mess? Is it a mess in your mind, but maybe not anybody else's mind? Sometimes we put out a persona that is not integritous to us, hence this perfectly clean desk or the relatively perfectly curated backdrop that we have. We're all trying to make ourselves look good. But in this podcast, I want to invite us to really kind of take a moment and to look around us and inside us, because from an energetic standpoint, what is happening around us is also happening inside us. Isn't that a hoot, right? But it's true, as above, so below, as within, so without, or as I like to say, your inner landscape, and then this is your outer landscape, right? So, how do we take some time to really honor our mess? And I think the best way, or I feel the best way, is to just take some time and say, oh, yeah, this is exactly where I am right now. I am feeling like this without trying to push it away. I mean, think about it. How much energy does it take to keep back the parts of you that you don't like? Those messy, messy parts. It takes a lot of energy, a ton of energy. And then there's that fine line of like, how do you get to express who you are without burning out your friends, without overwhelming your office mates, without being walking around with this big dark cloud just really affects everybody. The truth is that's everybody else's stuff. And you can reflect on your inner or external mess in your own way and still be, nice to other people. I mean, I think that's why it's important to engage in a self-reflective journey, in a journey of in a healing journey, because you're not spewing as much out in the world. You're really doing your internal work. There's a concept called wow, it just popped out of my mind. But anyway, it's a spiritual detachment kind of thing. Oh, I cannot believe that I've totally lost that conversation. Hang on a minute, because a friend of mine just sent me this very cool. There you go. So there's spiritual bypassing, and then there's authentic healing. And spiritual bypassing is this thing that we all do. We've done it in our past. We'll probably do it in little increments in the future. But spiritual bypassing is like everything is beautiful, it's amazing, it's wonderful. And we're more pushing our energy up and out to make everybody think that we're all just okay, because this is the way we think we should be. Now, I just really totally took one little part of spiritual bypassing. That's a longer conversation that we'll have in a few weeks. But there's spiritual bypassing where you just think all your processes are a spiritual journey and you don't have any responsibility for how you reflect and how you are with other people. Right? But the authentic journey is really about owning what's going on, owning what's present, um, just being with where you are in this moment. Um, yeah. So I was just looking at this wonderful thing by Jill Nager. That was the PDF that somebody sent me. And in spiritual bypassing, you're kind of like fragmenting. So you're only accessing part of who you are. And there's like good emotions, and then there's enlightened emotions, but we really don't talk about the other stuff. And authentic healing, you're really just allowing all your emotions to be sacred. Right? Do you allow that to be present? Do you allow your mess to be present? If you've been listening to these podcasts over the past month, maybe, I've been down the rabbit hole, and it's a fine line between being here on a podcast, teaching online and in person, um, being in practice, and being up, and really honoring this place of eek that I'm in. So, it's a dance, and my encouragement is to not stuff those feelings up. Give them some space. If you can't talk about them, then move your body. Do some free writing. And of course, my fave is to do some doodling, drawing, painting, but not painting from your head or writing from your head, but allowing your body to lead the way. And I do a lot of that in my membership group called Creative Alchemy, where we really have a theme each month, and that is a story, a little mess that we touch on, and then we allow the embodied creative process combined with energy healing to untangle that one little filament that's holding you back from living your best life, from showing up as you. So if your mess is your message, then what in the world is your mess telling you? And we can only do this in little increments. I believe that our body holds the roadmap for our transformation. So when we come back into our body and connect with our heart and put that intention out where I want to look at one mess, one story, one piece of bullshit really that is holding you back. And I mean bullshit because we judge it, not because it's not good to look at. Um, but we put that intention out to say to your body, heart, and soul, I want to move the energy of this thing that's holding me back. Now, let me give you a little sidebar about energy just for a moment. I think about energy, as you know, I'm an acupuncturist as well, and the meridians or the pathways in the body are seen like rivers, right? And when everything's moving, we are in connection to our emotions, our physicality, our thoughts, our ideas, like we're alive, we're moving, right? But then sometimes as we're going through our healing journey, sometimes we bump into what I like to think of as a beaver dam, like a little roadblock. And you can imagine that if you were to clear a roadblock, how much energy would begin to flow again. So I think of these intentions going into our body, mind, spirit and saying, okay, what is that one little thread that we can look at, honor, be present with that helps begin to remove this beaver dam? And the truth is when you are dealing with the unconscious or the embodied creative processes, you are accessing the things that you can't think about, right? I mean, I could say to y'all, like, what is one mess that you want to work at? And you can probably list a couple. I could, right? But sometimes when you get into some bigger, deeper in stories or entanglements, you can't think your way into those things. So the more you do this process, the deeper you go into self-realization and living as your fullest self. It's pretty cool, huh? So what I like to do for the next 5 minutes is take you through a short experience so you can kind of check in to your mess or to ask your body, mind, spirit, heart, soul, whatever that is for you. What is that one thing that I could just bring forth and honor? So if you have around you your phone where you can draw or take some notes or a piece of paper, or honestly, you could just stand up and move your body, whatever you like, or you can take this exercise and do it at a more convenient time. But hang with me for these next couple minutes because I love to take you through the process so you understand what it feels like to connect in to yourself at a little deeper level. Okay, so the first thing I'd like you to do is go ahead and get comfortable. Take some long, deep, slow breaths. Yeah. Right. Okay. So feel your body on the earth. Feel the weight of you on the earth, on the chair, on your car seat. I actually, if you're driving, just do this later. Just bring your awareness to your breath. Allow yourself to just breathe. Sorry, I'm trying to get some music going for you. Great. So feel the weight of you on your chair. Bring your awareness to your breath. Bring your breath down to your chest, down to your belly, all the way down your legs and to your feet. First step of checking in, connecting into your body and heart is to get out of your head. Furthest place from our head is our feet. So breath to belly to feet. Allow yourself to come down and in simply by breathing. Breath, belly, feet. Bring all your attention and intention down to your toes, down to the soles of your feet. And just notice how you feel a bit heavier when you do this. Breath to belly to feet. Wiggle your toes. And just keep doing that for a few minutes, a few moments. Breath to belly to feet. What's happening energetically is you're not only coming back down into your body. When we are kind of stressed, our energy field is really, really wide. And when we do breath, belly, feet, we actually come in closer to ourselves. And that's a good thing. Okay, one more really fully intentioned breath to belly to feet. Place your hands on your heart. And ask your body, heart, soul, what is one thread that wants to be looked at, honored, respected, acknowledged? And take the very first thing that comes. So it may be a story, it may be a feeling in your body, it may be just a color or a phrase or an image. It doesn't matter what it is. As soon as it comes up, go, oh yeah, thank you. And if you can, take some time and do some free writing. Free writing is not all about grammar or sentence structure or anything. It's just like, when I asked this question, I felt like this in my body. And just allow the thread to show up. The other thing you can do is just put a pen down on a piece of paper or your finger down on your phone and just start drawing what you feel. When we're working in the embodied practice, you don't always know what's going on, but it's more about following your feelings. You can also just begin to move, like I feel this in my body, and I am just going to allow my body to express that feeling with movement. What makes it more expanded? What makes it more contracted? What makes it feel more alive? And you could take all the time you want here, and you could definitely redo this beginning meditation and then take a good 15-20 minutes, half hour to explore this on your own. But for now, what I like to invite you to do is pause, your hands on your heart, feel your feet on the ground, reflect on what just came up. Thank your body, mind, and heart for sharing you one little mess. And invite your body, mind, and heart to share with you throughout the day, throughout the week, your message. What is the message that comes out of this little mess today? Great. So thanks for being present here. Thanks for sharing your time with me. If you'd like to learn more about Creative Alchemy, pop over to DaminiCelebrate.com or look down in the show notes. I would love to have you be part of our community. If this and all the connect-ins that you have listened to really resonate with you, please like, subscribe, and share. Because I really believe that the more that we can all connect in with ourselves, the better the world really is. So have a great week. Thank you.